Whenever you are transporting logs, you need to get what we call a hauling permit from forestry. So you apply for the permit, we give you a set period of time, you give us the license, a copy of your permit, and other relevant information, the driver, where it's going to, and we give a permit for you to haul the logs. It's a short-term permit if it's a one-time trip. If you have a long-term license or a long license, then you get a longer permit to haul. What has happened is that, especially during the closed season, people are still hauling logs. They can't without. Has been contacting us and saying we're meeting these trucks on the road. What is going on? What do we look for? So we decided to be proactive, and we got together with Transport and decided, since Transport is updating their regulations, we might as well sit down and synchronize both of our regulations so that they work with us, we work with them. So that is where this came out of. We sat down with Transport and we decided, we updated them as to what our regulations are, and they updated us as to what their regulations are. So what we did then is decided that, okay, Forestry will issue its hauling permit, and Transport will issue what I think they call a heavy load permit or something like that. So whenever you want to now haul logs, you need to get two permits: the hauling permit from the Forest Department, which has to fulfill all the regulations from Forestry, and you need to get the heavy haul permit from the Transport Department.
Can you explain to us how will the community know that these logging trucks are abiding by the law?
Well, this is it's not an issue, it's a regulatory issue. It's not a governance issue. So the communities have nothing to do with the regulation of the trucks moving in or out. It's the Transport Department and the Forest Department that have the mandate to monitor this. So like I said, it's a regulatory issue. It's not a governance issue. So the communities have, they're not part of the regulation. Now, if somebody from the community, the alcalde or somebody wants to know what's going on, they can easily contact the Forest Department, or they can contact the Transport Department and get the relevant information they need.
How often will the Forestry Department and the Department of Transport be doing these inspection? Are they going to do it regularly, or are there plans that are already set in place to make sure that the laws are enforced?
The Transport Department is always on the road, even on the weekends, doing their checks. I'm sure you see them on the road a lot. What we have done is that we have informed them as to what we require. So now they are equipped with that information when they meet the trucks on the road. Forestry will also accompany them from time to time to make sure that we are doing our part as well. So now it'll be a joint venture of us monitoring the roads, monitoring the logging roads and the highways to make sure that people are in compliance. So basically, we're both working together doing the same thing. You might see a ramping up of the inspections because we realize that it is a danger to the public when you see the logging trucks driving past you and the logs look like they will fall off. When the logs are sticking out more than the required 3 feet from the back of the truck, there is no reflector or no bright orange marker on the trailer, or the trucks don't have headlights, or you see them strapped with something that is really, really weak. I am sure you can remember the accident that happened on the Western Highway where Mr. Harrison unfortunately lost his life because somebody hauling lumber did not properly tie down or strap down the material on the trucks. We do not want something like that to happen again. And so we have decided that before we have another accident on the road dealing with logging trucks, we might as well ramp up the regulations and start doing our inspections so we prevent that from happening.